If you're a dog owner here in Bismarck, you know how great it is to get out and explore, maybe hit the Dakota Zoo or the trails along the Missouri River with your four-legged buddy. And to make those adventures really fun and stress-free for everyone, it all comes back to good training. So this guide is all about helping you find that perfect training partner right here in town. I mean, just think about it for a second. Imagine taking a really nice, calm walk along the Missouri River, and your dog is just trotting happily right beside you. No pulling, no lunging. Or maybe you're at a park when it's busy, and your dog is just being a perfect, well-behaved citizen. That's not a fantasy. That's what good training can do.
So how do you actually get there? The answer is finding a professional trainer who really gets your dog, understands what you're hoping to achieve, and knows the lay of the land here in Bismarck. We're going to walk you through exactly how to do that.
Okay, first things first. Before we even get into the different types of classes or how much they cost, we need to talk about what actually makes a trainer a great trainer. The foundation of pretty much all modern, humane, and effective dog training is something called positive reinforcement. It's a science-backed method that's all about rewarding the behaviors you want to see more of. So when your dog does something right, you mark it and reward it. It's not just about giving out treats. It's about building a really strong, trusting bond and making learning fun for your dog.
Now, you might see a bunch of letters after a trainer's name and think, what on earth does that all mean? Well, these certifications are actually pretty telling. They show that a trainer has put in the work and is committed to professional standards. The ones you see here, like CPDTKA or KPA-CTP, are great indicators of a solid understanding of training. For more complex stuff, like serious anxiety or aggression, you might look for those more specialized certifications, like a CBCKA or a CDBC.
All right, so you know what philosophy to look for. Let's get into the practical side of things. We're going to talk about the different kinds of training available and what you can typically expect to invest financially right here in Bismarck.
Generally, you're looking at two main options. Group classes are awesome for socialization and for teaching your dog to focus even when there are other dogs and people around, which is a skill you'll definitely need out and about in Bismarck. On the other hand, private in-home training is totally customized to you and your dog. It lets you tackle issues right where they happen, like, say, barking at the mail carrier or jumping on guests when they walk in the door.
So what does this all cost? This table should give you a pretty good ballpark for the Bismarck area. You can see a set of group classes will probably run you somewhere between $150 and $250. For more targeted help, a package of private lessons might be in that $350 to $700 range. Seeing the numbers laid out like this can really help you figure out what makes the most sense for you and your budget. You know, good training is about more than just having a well-behaved dog at home. It's also about being a good citizen out in our community. And honestly, having a well-trained dog makes it so much easier to follow the local rules every dog owner in Bismarck should know.
Here's a number to remember: 6, as in 6 feet. In Bismarck, your dog's leash can't be longer than 6 feet in any public area, unless, of course, you're in a designated off-leash park. So teaching your dog to walk nicely on a loose leash isn't just for your own comfort, it's also the law on those beautiful Missouri River trails.
And beyond the leash law, these are the other big ones for being a responsible dog owner. It seems like common sense, but it's so important. Always clean up after your dog. Make sure their barking isn't becoming a nuisance for your neighbors. And, of course, keep them up to date on their rabies vaccine with the tag right there on their collar. Good training really does help with all of this. Okay, you've done some research, you've found a few trainers that look promising. Now it's time to actually talk to them. This little checklist is all about making sure you feel confident and prepared when you have that first conversation.
Let's quickly run through these 5 questions. First, you want to confirm their training philosophy. Make sure it's that positive reinforcement we talked about, and ask about their credentials. Then, get specific. How are they going to make a plan for your dog's unique quirks? Ask which format they think is best, how you'll both track your progress, and finally, make sure you get a crystal clear breakdown of all the costs. Their answers will tell you almost everything you need to know.
So once you start with a trainer, the real work actually happens between your sessions. You have to practice. And the good news is, Bismarck has some really fantastic spots that are basically real-world classrooms for you and your dog. Here are a few great local places to get that practice in. The off-leash areas at Sertoma Park and Schaefer Acres are perfect for safely working on things like recall. The Missouri River trails, like we mentioned, are the ultimate place to nail that loose leash walking with real distractions. And a busy place like Pioneer Park is ideal for practicing calm behavior when there are lots of other people around.
And in the end, that's what this is all about. The effort you put in now isn't just about teaching sit or stay. It's about building an incredible partnership so your dog can be a happy, confident part of your life here in Bismarck. Having a well-trained dog means enjoying those peaceful moments at home, having pleasant encounters with your neighbors, and going on amazing adventures together. Good luck with your training journey.